To my fellow millennials who are, I guess, in their late 30s, maybe early 40s, do you feel as if you're immature, or not that you're immature, but do you feel like you're more youthful and you have more energy in life or optimism about life compared to your friends who did get married, especially your friends who got married in their 20s and had children in their 20s? How do you feel when you're around them? I always feel like I am looking at a person who's maybe 10 or sometimes 20 years older than me when I'm around other 40-year-olds who got married and had children. And it's not that I didn't have things in my life that matured me, taking care of a parent from age 15, so I was 23, taking care of an ill parent, taking care of an ill grandmother, becoming a homeowner, having a few businesses through the years definitely had matured me. Being in long-term relationships with toxic men, definitely. But I always feel younger, and I even notice I look about the same age. I feel like I look like how a 41-year-old woman is supposed to look, but when I look at my peers, they look like they're in their 50s or 60s. They usually are already complaining about like body aches. They're complaining how they don't like sex anymore. They're complaining about, it's as if when they're speaking, they act as if they're about to die. And I don't think people realize how young 40s or even late 30s really is. But am I tripping? Do y'all feel the same way? Like, energy is so powerful. And I kind of feel like I aged slower because I decided that I didn't want marriage when I had the opportunity to get married in my 20s. And I kind of feel like a lot of my friends who got married, it's like almost like they lost hope in life almost, And this isn't everybody. There's some people who have amazing marriages. They love being a mother, they love being a father, they love being a spouse. But I just noticed this. About 80% of the people, like when I bump into people from high school or people I grew up in religion and church and they got married and had children, they just seem more mature and older. Am I tripping? Are y'all experiencing this too? And sometimes it makes me feel like I shouldn't communicate with them or hang out with them or like meet up with them because I kind of feel like a teenager around them. Like an irresponsible teen when I'm around them. I don't know, maybe routine makes people age faster, especially if you're in a marriage or you're in fatherhood or motherhood and you're not happy. It really does do something to your soul. It does something to your looks. It does something to your body. But am I tripping? For those millennials, do you feel like a kid? And it blows my mind. Even they complain like they're sexed out. I'm 41, so my libido is, I'm like, you're sexed out? What? And I even had a friend who is 45 who was like, oh, let's settle down, let's get married, but I don't like sex anymore, and I'm tired, and all I want to do is just work and just come home. And I was just like, I would have been his second marriage, and I was like, no, thank you. It's like a lot of them are on their second marriages, and they're already drained from their first wife or from their first husband. I was like, absolutely not. You're not about to make me walk around looking like you. But yeah, I feel like waiting later on, if I do decide to get married in my 40s or have a child in my 40s, I feel like I preserved a lot of my energy, my good energy in youth.